So here's my recommendations for some things to note. Mac is a company that has a lot of auto parts. I think I bought most of my stuff from them mid 50. It's also a great site. I would say that probably they have a better selection of things than Mac because there's a lot of stuff I just couldn't find on Mac that I found over at mid 50, like emblems and a couple other things I just couldn't find. They have a good selection of kits, like here I've painted my door and all the screws. Some of them I painted, some of them I haven't. They're 50 years old, and I'm like, okay, forget it. They've got kits on mid 50 to replace all the screws with stainless screws that are brand new. So that's the route I'm going to go. Some recommendations on products. I found this at Home Depot or Lowe's, not sure which. Energizer. It's LED. This is phenomenal because it's got magnets on the back. You can stick it right there, turn it on. Now you can see what you're doing on your dash. It's sweet, to say the least. My favorite tool I bought recently. And my harness is a complete mess, so I've decided to scrap the whole thing and get a new harness with an actual fuse panel. So I found one for $129 on Amazon. Instead of paying $650 for the custom ones, I'm just gonna do it myself. I don't think there'll be that much of a stretch over the $600 ones. I'm not really sure what you get. Maybe the $600 ones are cut to length. I don't know. On Amazon, I found a kill mat, a lot cheaper than Dynamat, and went on really easy. 50 square feet. Managed to cover pretty much everything. I got inside the doors, I got the back, I got the floor, headliner, and I think I still have 3 or 4 sheets left. So that 50 feet was probably more than I needed, but hey, I didn't mind having the extra to put on the back there because I wasn't planning on doing that. So one of the techniques that I've done in the past that worked really well for me is taking Ziploc bags and marking them when you take the screws out. Because good luck figuring out what they go to later on. I do know that, like for inside the glove compartment, here's the VIN panel with the screws. Trying to find out where everything goes later on is a pain in the ass. So if you break it down, and I've even taken it so far as to, like here's the heater. This was a special nut driver I needed, and I'm like, well, I can spare that. I'm just going to leave it in the bag with the heater screws. I don't have to find it next time. And with the heater stuff, I just threw everything in one box. I had my heater, my screws, my hardware, my gaskets, all that in one box. So when I was ready to put the heater back in, I just pulled out that box off my shelf, and I was ready to rock and roll. I completely stripped the cab before they blasted it. I didn't pull out the electrical, and so it got beat up a little bit. So I think it was beat up already, so it's not really that big a deal. But if I were going to do it over again, I would have pulled the heater out because it got full of sand, and I would have probably pulled the electrical out. I rebuilt these corner windows myself. I put in all new glass. That really wasn't that bad to take these apart. I have some pictures of taking it apart, and when I went to put it back together, I couldn't remember how to do it. It took me a while to find some pictures on the internet of how to do that, but the glass is not that inexpensive. The hard part is getting the old glass out, and what I found is, they were like, oh, heat it up with a heat gun and it'll come out, and that didn't happen. Heating it up helped, but what I ended up doing is having to break the window, because the problem is I couldn't get it out of this corner. It was too tight. So once I broke the window, and then I had manageable chunks that I could pull out, then it wasn't so bad once it was heated up with a heat gun. So the windows, one was broken, and then you can see what the one that wasn't broken looked like. It was just, the channels were all rusted and nasty, and the glass is not the greatest quality from 50 years ago. I got a brand new piece here, and so I've got this channel. Then I'm going to, the first channel I did, you gotta put this on the glass, you tuck it in here. I had to squeeze this a little bit to make it a little bit tighter. And the other thing I found is that these grooves, this is the original one. This just kind of slides in here. You have to pull this back and slide this in here. But I think I'll save that for another video.